Alex had always put family first. From a young age, they had been the responsible one, the one who made sacrifices, the one who helped everyone without expecting anything in return. Their parents had struggled financially for years, and Alex, the eldest, had stepped up without hesitation. As soon as they landed a stable job, they started paying bills. First, the electricity, then the water, then groceries, and soon, nearly everything. Their siblings took it for granted. Their parents barely acknowledged it. And yet, Alex continued, because family was everything. But everything changed one evening with a single phone call. Alex was preparing for bed, exhausted from another long day at work, when their phone buzzed unexpectedly. The screen displayed their younger sister's name, Lisa. Smiling faintly, Alex picked up. "Hello." There was no answer, just background noise. Alex frowned and was about to hang up, assuming Lisa had dialed by mistake, until they heard laughter. Familiar voices filled the line. Their mother's voice came first. "Alex, please. That one is too stupid to realize we're just using them." A loud chuckle followed. "Seriously," their younger brother, Jake, added. "They act like some saint, paying for everything. But let's be real, they're pathetic. It's not like they have a life or anything." Lisa's voice chimed in next, though hesitant. "I mean, it's kinda true. Alex just hands over money like a fool. If they ever stopped, I don't know what they'd even do with their life." Their father's voice came next, deep and dismissive. "They owe us. After all we've done for them. That's their job." Alex's hands trembled as they gripped the phone. Their heart pounded, a sickening pit forming in their stomach. They had always known their family didn't appreciate them fully, but this was pure betrayal. They weren't being loved. They weren't being respected. They were being used. Tears welled in Alex's eyes, but they refused to let them fall. Not yet. Not when the truth had just been exposed so brutally. Then, as if fate had a cruel sense of humor, Lisa gasped. "Oh my God, I think I accidentally called them." A pause. Then chaos. "Hang up," their mother hissed. The call ended abruptly. Alex stared at the darkened screen, breath shallow, fingers ice cold. Everything they had done for their family, every late-night shift, every missed opportunity, every sacrificed dream, had been met with nothing but mockery. And now, they had a decision to make. Continue being used, or finally walk away. Alex sat in stunned silence, gripping their phone long after the call had ended. The voices of their family echoed in their mind, each word a fresh wound, cutting deeper than they ever thought possible. They had given everything, and in return, they were nothing more than a joke. A fool. A walking ATM. Their stomach churned with a mix of betrayal and anger, but through the haze of emotions, one thought became clear. They needed answers. The next morning, Alex took a deep breath and called Lisa. The phone rang twice before she answered, her voice hesitant. Hey, Alex." Alex's jaw tightened. She knew. They all knew. "Hey, Lisa," Alex said, their voice deceptively calm. "Funny thing happened last night. I got a call from you. Accidentally, I think." Silence. Then, a nervous chuckle. "Oh, I don't remember that." Alex exhaled sharply. "I heard everything." Lisa's breath hitched. "The things you said," Alex continued. "The things Mom and Dad said. Jake. I heard all of it." There was a long pause before Lisa finally spoke. "Alex, it wasn't serious." Alex's grip on the phone tightened. "Wasn't serious." Their voice cracked, raw with emotion. "You all sat around laughing about how I'm nothing but an idiot for paying your bills. That's not serious." Lisa sighed. "You're overreacting. It was just a joke." Alex felt something inside them snap. A joke? A joke! The sheer audacity of it left them breathless. "Lisa, I have spent years working myself to the bone for you all. I skipped vacations. I turned down job offers in other cities so I could be here and help. I took care of every bill while you and Jake did nothing. And now, I find out you've all been laughing behind my back." Lisa's voice turned defensive. "Okay, maybe it wasn't the nicest thing to say, but come on, Alex. It's not like you've ever complained. You just always helped. We thought you were fine with it." Alex let out a bitter laugh. "You thought I was fine with being used?" Lisa groaned. "Look, if you're calling to fight, I really don't have time for this. Alex blinked in disbelief. She doesn't have time? All these years, they had made time for everyone. When Lisa needed money for college, Alex paid. When Jake wanted a new car, Alex co-signed. When their parents needed help with the mortgage, Alex stepped up. And now, when they needed even the slightest bit of remorse, Lisa couldn't even give them the time of day. A wave of cold realization washed over Alex. This wasn't just about last night's call. This was about everything. Lisa didn't feel guilty. None of them did. They had never respected Alex in the first place. Alex's heart clenched, but their voice was eerily steady when they spoke next. You know what, Lisa? You're right. I have never complained. But that ends today. Lisa hesitated. What does that mean? It means I'm done, Alex said firmly. Done being used. Done paying your bills. Done being the only one who gives a damn about this family. A sharp intake of breath on the other end. Wait. Alex, don't. Alex didn't wait to hear the rest. They hung up. For the first time in years, they chose themselves. But as they stared at their phone, Alex knew one thing for certain. This wasn't over. Their family wouldn't let go that easily. And soon, the real battle would begin. Alex expected silence after hanging up on Lisa. A part of them had hoped that maybe, just maybe, their family would take a moment to reflect, to realize their mistake. But instead, the very next day, their phone exploded with calls and messages. Mom, Lisa told me what happened. Call me. Now. Dad, you're being dramatic. We need to talk. Jake. Dude, why are you acting like a child? It was a joke. Get over it. Lisa, I didn't think you'd take things this far. Just talk to Mom and Dad. Alex stared at the messages, anger bubbling beneath the surface. Not a single I'm sorry. Not a single we were wrong. Just demands. Orders. Like they still had a claim over Alex's life, their time, their money. Not anymore. That evening, Alex sat down at their kitchen table and did something they should have done years ago. They made a plan. Step 1. Cut off financial support. Alex grabbed a notepad and wrote down every single expense they had been covering. Rent for their parents, utility bills, Lisa's college tuition payments, Jake's car insurance. All of it stopped now. Step 2. Protect their own finances. They changed passwords to their bank accounts, removed their family from any authorized payments, and even contacted their bank to ensure no one could access their funds without permission. Step 3. Set boundaries. For the first time ever, Alex was choosing themselves. The next morning, Alex made the first call, to their parents. Their mother answered immediately, her voice sharp. Alex, what the hell is going on? Lisa said you lost your mind. Alex exhaled slowly. No, Mom. I just finally found some clarity. A scoff. Oh, don't start. Look, I don't know what you think you heard, but we didn't mean any of it. Alex's jaw clenched. You called me stupid. A fool. You laughed about using me for money. A pause. Then, her voice turned sickeningly sweet. Oh, honey, you know how we are. We joke around. You're always so serious. Alex cut her off. I'm done paying your bills. Dead silence. Excuse me. I said I'm done, Alex repeated, voice firm. No more rent, no more utilities, no more handing out money like I don't have a future of my own. You're all adults. You can take care of yourselves. Then came the rage. Their mother screamed into the phone. How dare you? After everything we've done for you. Alex laughed coldly. You mean raising me? That was your job as parents. That doesn't mean I owe you my entire life. You're abandoning us, she shrieked. No, Alex said, voice steady. I'm just finally taking care of myself. Their mother kept yelling, spewing guilt-tripping accusations, but Alex didn't listen. For the first time, they felt free. The call ended with her final words. You'll regret this. Maybe Alex would. Maybe walking away from family wasn't as easy as flipping a switch. But as they looked around their quiet apartment, free of the weight of everyone else's problems, they felt something new. Relief. For the first time in years, Alex was going to live for themselves. But they also knew their family wouldn't let go that easily. And the real fallout was just beginning. Alex had expected anger. They had expected guilt trips. But what they hadn't expected was how fast their family would turn against them. For the first 2 days after cutting off financial support, Their phone was flooded with missed calls and texts. First, from their mother. Then Lisa. Then Jake. Even their father, who rarely texted, sent a simple but chilling message. "You're making a big mistake." Alex ignored them all. But on the third day, something changed. The text stopped. The calls went silent. At first, Alex felt a brief moment of peace. Maybe they had finally accepted it. Maybe they had realized they couldn't manipulate them anymore. But then, the messages from other people started coming in. "Aunt Melissa, Alex, your mother just called me in tears. She says you abandoned them. What is going on? Uncle Dave, your parents are struggling, and you just turned your back on them? That's not how family works. Cousin Rachel, I don't know what happened, but you shouldn't let money come between you and your family. You'll regret it one day." Alex's stomach dropped. They were turning the whole family against them. By that evening, it was worse. Their mother had posted on Facebook a long dramatic post about how, after everything we sacrificed, our own child abandoned us in our time of need. "We're heartbroken." And just like that, Alex became the villain. Comment after comment flooded in. Relatives, family friends, even old neighbors. Wow, I never thought Alex would be so selfish. After all their parents did for them? Unbelievable. Money really changes people, huh? Alex's hands shook as they scrolled. No one knew the truth. No one knew how much they had given up for this family. No one knew how much they had suffered while being used. And worst of all, their family didn't care. They didn't care about Alex's sacrifices. They didn't care about the years of financial support. They only cared that their money supply was gone. A sharp knock at the door snapped Alex out of their daze. Their heart pounded. They weren't expecting anyone. Slowly, they got up and peeked through the peephole. Their mother stood there, and she did not look happy. The real fight was about to begin, but Alex's breath caught in their throat. Their mother stood outside the door, arms crossed, face twisted in frustration. Another loud knock. "Alex, open the door." Alex hesitated. A part of them wanted to ignore it, just let her stand there, let her feel the silence the way they had felt it for years. But they knew their mother wouldn't leave. With a deep breath, Alex unlocked the door and pulled it open just enough to stand in the doorway. "What do you want, Mom?" Their mother's eyes were red, whether from crying or rage. Alex wasn't sure. But her voice was sharp. "What is wrong with you?" Alex raised an eyebrow. "Excuse me. You cut us off, embarrassed us, and now you're ignoring your family?" she snapped. "What kind of child is that?" Alex clenched their jaw. "You mean after you mocked me? After you called me a fool? After I spent years paying for everything, while you all laughed behind my back?" Their mother scoffed. "Oh, don't be so dramatic. It was just talk. Families joke, Alex." Alex let out a bitter laugh. "Joking? Is that what you call it? Because it didn't sound like a joke when you said I was nothing more than a paycheck." Their mother's face twitched. "We didn't mean it like that." "Yes, you did." Alex's voice was firm. "And that's why I'm done. I won't be your bank anymore. I won't be your punching bag." Their mother's expression hardened. "After all we did for you, you owe us." Alex stared at her. "I owe you. I owe you." Their hands trembled, not with fear, but with anger. "I worked my ass off to keep this family afloat. I put my life on hold, my dreams, my comfort, so you could live easier. And you think I owe you?" Their mother took a step forward. "You're being selfish." "No," Alex said, voice unwavering. "I'm just finally choosing myself." Silence. Then, their mother's lips pressed into a thin line. "Fine," she hissed. "You want to abandon your family? Go ahead. But don't come crawling back when you realize you need us." Alex held their ground. "I won't." Their mother's eyes flashed with something, maybe realization, maybe defeat. But instead of apologizing, instead of showing an ounce of remorse, she turned on her heel and walked away. Alex watched her go, feeling a strange mix of emotions: anger, sadness, relief. But as they closed the door, they knew one thing for sure. For the first time in their life, they were truly free. And they would never look back.